Okay, we are recording. Awesome. All right, well, welcome everyone. I think I know most of you, but my name is Jenny Themure. I am a double diamond, and we are going to talk about how to earn some go and go fast bonuses tonight. So yes, exciting. So I'm just going to mute everyone real quick, just in case we here, just in case we get some background noise. Okay, but you guys, obviously I want this to be interactive and I want you to ask questions. So please feel free to unmute yourself and ask questions at any time or use the chat feature. I'm gonna keep an eye on that, and I'm gonna ask you guys a couple questions too. So I hope I see everyone's faces here soon. But okay, awesome. We are going to talk about how to promote in the very first way. So you want to promote, you got to have a roadmap. And the roadmap to get there are your charts and charting. So obviously, we're all following our steps to success every month, which is awesome. That is your number one goal. But once you start signing distributors and signing loyal customers, we got to know what to do with them and where to put them and what is the fastest way to get to your next promotion. So, okay, I want to show hands, and I'm only seeing two faces right now. So, who is going for a promotion this month? Yay, awesome. Who is going to go diamond next month? Or maybe double diamond. Who's going double diamond next month? Heather, awesome. I love it. All right. So we all know we want to get diamonds, like the big thing going on right now, right? Like that's the very first bonus. We want to get to diamond. Well, to get to diamond, you got to go executive, you got to go ruby, you got to go emerald, and then you go diamond. So let's look at some charts and figure out how do we do that. So I hope those of you I see Lily's got her charts. Awesome. Oh, and they're laminated. That's nice. That's really nice. I hope you all have your charts in front of you, because I'm going to pull up some blank charts, but obviously it's going to make more sense to you if you have your own chart in front of you. And do not worry if your chart is blank and there's nothing on it, because I have seen people go diamond in a month. So anything can happen this time of year. So don't even worry about that. Okay, so first things first, I'm going to share my screen. And I'm going to pull up an executive chart. How do I make this thing? Okay. Okay, can you guys see that? Awesome. All right, so this is an executive chart. This executive, I feel like we skip exec a lot of times and we go straight to Ruby. But executive is a big promotion. That's the very first promotion in the company. What that means is, so on this chart, you see where it says you, that's obviously you're the distributor. And then there are these boxes. So this box is where you write in a distributor name. So you put in Sally here and Mary here. Oh, I did not know that you could write on here. That's awesome. I had no idea about that. Sorry. Okay. So you are going to put names in those boxes, and those are distributors. So distributors go in this box. So executive means that you have two distributors on your team, on your top line. Obviously, you would be enrolling them, or maybe you're in a situation where your upline is placing them under you. But either way, two distributors on your top line. That is the very first promotion of executive. In order to actually promote, each of these distributors has to have 400 in group volume. So let's talk about all these different terms. We got BV, we got GV, we got PBV. Okay, and that gets very confusing for everyone. So BV stands for bonus volume. When you look in your eSuite or you look on your replicated website and you see below the wraps, it has 54 BV. Or you see the hair, skin, and nails, and it'll say like loyal customer price, $33 and 30 BV. So what that means, BV means bonus volume. As distributors, we are all paid off of BV. So when you see your total, your total order, and it has maybe it's like $110 and 90 BV, you are paid commissions off of the BV, not the total sale. So we're not paid commissions on any shipping or taxes or anything like that, and we're paid commissions based on the BV. So most of our products are 1-to-1. Like ThermoFit is $39 and 39 BV as a loyal customer. Fat Fighters, I believe now is $25 and I think it's 25 BV. It could be 23. I don't remember. I just changed in price. That was probably a bad example to use. But Probiotic is $31, 31 BV. So most of them are the same. A couple products are a little bit different, especially the food products. So like the protein shakes, It's Essential bars, the greens chews. So those you got to keep in mind. Like the chews are $30, but they're 15 BV. So that is BV, bonus volume. The next one you're going to see is P as in Paul, BV. That stands for personal bonus volume. That is your personal orders and your customers that are directly under you, their orders. So your auto ship would be included in that. If you're running the ADBV auto ship, that is included. Any orders that you make either without an auto ship or outside of your auto ship, that is included. Any of your customers, like let's say you're working, so for all of these promotions, we'll get into this in a minute, but we all know we need 4 qualified active loyal customers before you hit your promotion. That is included in your PBV. So that is what it stands for. A lot of times I get questions because there are 2 different ways we get commission qualified each month. We can either run our ADBV auto ship and get some products to try or sell, or we have to be at 150 PBV. So that means if we're going to be commission qualified based on our personal bonus volume, it has to be 150 or higher. Okay, so I get a lot of questions on that, and I'm just trying to make that clear. So you guys feel free to raise your hand, unmute yourself, use the chat feature if you have questions or if this is not making sense, because I want you all to understand this, because this is like the basics of what you're going to need to move forward. So, okay, so then the next thing is GV. So we see the GV right here. That just means group volume. So Mary, who's in this box right here, she was your very first distributor to join your team. So Mary, she has, run her auto ship. She's got 4 customers. She has 200 in personal bonus volume. Mary does. But Mary also has a distributor down here. She's not on your chart because you only put your 2 top line boxes here. But that distributor under Mary, she's got 400 in PBV. So that means Mary has well over this 400 in GV, group volume. So group volume is everything under that person. So that includes that person's auto ship, their customer orders, and then any distributors under them in all of their orders too. So that is what GV stands for. So any questions? So Mary could have 400 herself. She could have placed an order for 400 in volume, and that would get her to 400 GV. Or she could have a whole group of people under her, and everybody's ordering a little bit, and that gets her to 400. Whatever way it happens, she has to be at least 400 in group volume. So, like you think about this, and sometimes I think we think of 400 boxes as like, gosh, that's so hard, or that's a lot of volume. You guys, I mean, that's like 3 of our results packs or 3 of our system orders. It doesn't have to be, an extremely hard thing. Like, just keep it simple. People want products. They want a system. They want a group of things that are going to help them get healthier, lose weight. So I always recommend that, because I feel like sometimes we recommend, oh, just try the greens. But the greens really work really well when you add in the cleanse. Maybe you throw in the ThermoFit with it, So don't be afraid to tell people about that. Okay. So any questions on BV, PBV, GV? We good? Okay. The next thing I want to talk about is I'm gonna stop screen sharing for a minute here. Okay, the next thing I want to talk about is the 4 qualified active loyal customers. So there are a couple key things here. I mean, obviously we all know, everybody knows what a loyal customer is. I think we're good on that. So we all need to sign 4 brand new qualified active loyal customers before we promote. And that means you keep them. So we're able to place our loyal customers, and typically that's what you do. But in this instance, you need to keep 4. After you keep 4, feel free to move them wherever you want. Maybe you want to keep 5 or 6, just because. So a qualified active loyal customer for this Go bonus or Go Fast bonus program means that they have to have at least 25 BV. So they can't be ordering essential oils. They have to have at least 25 BV as a minimum, and all 3 orders have to be over at least 25 at a minimum. It can't just be like the first one and then they go to orders. Yes, Heather, let me try to unmute you. Oh, you got it.
I completely forgot about that. And one of my loyal customers I added last month. So I got my 4 in January. So I was like, okay, check, good, done.
Awesome.
Well, she wanted the greens, right? And then she liked one of my cleanse posts. She was like, oh, I want some of that. And I was like, oh man, I can hook you up with this like sweet deal, the cleanse and greens combo. Well, guess what? That pack is only 23 BV.
Shoot.
Totally forgot about it. So I'm like, you need some fat fighters, like she liked those too. So I'm like, you're gonna need those, throw those on this month, and that way you'll have them because they'll last you, like you don't necessarily have to use them like every single day. If you're not eating like crazy and whatever. And she was like, no, I'll just stick with that for now. I was like, so I got to add another customer. So I got one today, but we have a distributor in our group, like that's going to be expiring for a fast start. So I moved that customer to her to help, on down, because we don't want her to miss that. And so I'm just going to have to keep another customer then. Right?
Yeah. And yeah, I would definitely keep your next one. Don't miss it. Yeah. That's the things, like, don't miss a fast start. Like, that's a big deal.
I know. Yeah, it was. I was like, man, looking, I'm like, I know some people are going to be expiring soon. And so it's like, it felt right to help out to get, someone fast start qualified, commission qualified, the whole 9 yards. I'm like, oh, that feels better than, like realistically I have through March to get one more customer, but yeah, so
well, except that you're hitting this month, so
I know. Totally. Yeah.
But I do know that there is a grace period. If one of your customers falls off or doesn't order, there is a grace period. I don't know how long the grace period is, but I would just try my darndest to just get one more customer and just keep them. And that way you have like 5, and maybe next month you have 5 orders that are over 25 BV, and then you're good to go.
Yeah, like everybody else should stay good, but I was like, oh shoot. But I got a couple of more like for Friday, so I'm like, I'm gonna be good. But this, like this distributor is gonna be expiring like this week, and so
yeah, totally understand that.
Okay, cool. Yeah, because I know when I heard that 25 on Allie's call the other night, I was like, crap. Oh,
I know, and like
I forgot that like key thing. I totally forgot about it. I heard it, I didn't remember. It didn't stick.
It's hard. And like they just changed fat fighters. I think they changed it to 25 now. I think that's why they're doing this. So the only thing that's 25 is the essential oils. So
right.
You better believe I'm not posting about essential oils for a while.
For the packs.
Yes, for the packs.
Yeah. I was like,
oh shoot, girl.
So anyway, okay, cool. All right.
Well, thank you for sharing that.
Yeah.
Okay, and then also something to keep in mind for those of you who have a spouse account. Your spouse, if they're promoting, they need 4 too. So just keep that, or if you have like not like a spouse or a mom or a sister or whatever, if you have another account that you're helping, just make sure you know that and make sure everyone on your team realizes 4 loyal customers, and they have to be above 25 BB for all 3 of their orders. So if you think someone maybe is not going to order 25 BB, keep another customer just to ensure yourself so you're not like stressing out big time. What I believe happens is that if for some reason you hit the go fast promotion, you hit that $10,000 next month, and in April, one of your loyal customers orders an essential oil, they're going to give you some time to replace that loyal customer. I don't know how long the time is. So from what Mike said on his call last week, it was just replace them as quickly as possible. But I'd hate to see anyone even in that situation. So if you can avoid it, do whatever you can to avoid that. Okay. And the Wired app, I hope all of you have the Wired app on your phone. I know that you girls do. I've seen it. So make sure you're telling your team to download the Wired app. That is going to show them exactly, it's personalized to you. It's going to show you exactly what you get when you hit whatever promotion you hit and in what time frame. So, yes, Heather, please share.
Megan.
No, I love it.
So, FYI, my Wired app, I downloaded it when I first announced it. And when everybody's talking about, it shows on your deal, it shows up right there. I'm like, no, it doesn't. Mine doesn't have that option. So I actually uninstalled mine because I went through the update and it still didn't do it. So I uninstalled it and reinstalled it. So if anybody isn't seeing like your Go bonus on, if you have an original download and it's still not working, I fixed mine that way. So just FYI, if people are like, mine's not working, I did the same thing. Okay.
Good call. I'm with you. I had to do the same thing. And then, oh my gosh, so then I took it off my phone and I couldn't get onto my app store for 3 days. So I couldn't get it back. I was like, I have no idea. I don't know what I hit and what. I just knew like March. I knew my March promotion, but I didn't know anything beyond that. So, and that's the thing is like, it's personalized for each of you. So I don't exactly know. Like if you were, I think for those of you who have not hit diamond yet, you have until March 31st to hit diamond for $10,000. And then I think it's at April to go double diamond and hit $30,000.
I actually.
Or is it May?
I want to say, hold on, I might be able to tell you because I think it is April.
For the Go Fast. I thought it was like one more month for the Go Fast.
I think it kind of pushes that a little bit further after that. Because that's why I wanted to try to do diamond this month. So it gives me like cushion.
2 months,
to do triple, or I mean, whoa.
Hey, I love it. We're thinking big. That's awesome. And yes, if you can do it, do it this month. Give yourself extra time to go from diamond to double. I mean, in the excitement that you're going to bring to your team and the momentum you're going to bring to your team by promoting and then showing all of them that they can promote too is amazing. Mm-hmm.
So here's the list if you haven't promoted to diamond yet. So you have through March 31st to go diamond, double diamond April 30th, triple diamond June 30th, presidential August 31st, and ambassador October 31st.
Gotcha. Okay.
That's for the Go Fast.
Go Fast for existing distributors. Yeah.
Correct. And then Go is June 30th for diamond, August 31st for double, December 31st for triple, April 30th of next year for presidential, and August 31st of ambassador. So, I mean, even if you don't get in the go fast, I mean, gosh, if you go in the go lane, that's better than zero.
Oh my gosh. Yes.
Anything's better
Exactly.
than zero. So that's really awesome. I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, there's some confusion, and I'll just throw it out there because I don't know the exact answer yet. So when I originally read the rules, I thought it said that, like, if you hit a go fast, everything has to be go fast. If you hit a go, then everything you get go. But now I'm thinking there's some confusion that maybe if you hit a go, but you catch up and you hit a go fast, you might get one or the other. I don't know if you can switch back and forth. So that's something that I think a lot of the ambassadors are confused on, and no one has an exact answer yet. So as soon as I find it out, I'll let you all know. But yeah, like when Mike was talking on the Show Me the Money call last week, he made it sound like, you know what, if you go and if you hit diamond March 31st, you get that $10,000, but then it takes you a little bit longer, but you hit double diamond before June 30th, you can get the go. But I don't know if that's the case for sure. So we're trying to figure that out. But don't even think about that right now. Your goal is just get your next promotion by this month or next month. That's all you got to focus on.
Yeah. I thought in Allie's call, she said something like I thought she said you can't like lane hop.
Yeah. And that's what the original rules said. But then when Mike was on the Show Me the Money call, he made it sound like you can flip back and forth. So that's when we're like, well, what is the rules? Like, what does it mean? So I think they're going to have to explain that a little bit better.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
So that's all I know on that right now. So I apologize if you guys were questioning that. All I can tell you is just that very first promotion, that first date, whether you're going for March 31st or June 30th or whatever it is, just go for that. And don't worry about anything else yet. So, okay. So let's get back to some of our charts here. I'm going to share my screen again. And we are going to look at a Ruby chart. Okay. So Ruby is, I think, the promotion that shifts your mindset for everything. I think it changes your perspective. At least for me, it changed my perspective completely. It just, gosh, I don't know, just allowed me to realize that all I needed to do if I wanted to get to Diamond was to show my team how to go Ruby. So what it is, Ruby, this you at the top obviously is you, and there are 5 distributors on your team. So 3 are on your top line right here, these 3 that you've either personally enrolled yourself or maybe someone else has placed on your top line, but they're directly on your top line. When you look in eSuite, they're level 1. And then one of those distributors, let's say this is your mom, she had 2 friends that wanted to join her. So she signed these 2, and that made her an executive. So all Ruby is you have 3 on your top line, and one of those people is an executive. Now, you might have 2 people as executives. You might have another whole Ruby. It doesn't matter, but this is the minimum of what you need to go Ruby. And then, like I said, all 4 of these boxes that say 400 GV have to be at 400 in group volume. This executive box right here does not have to have 400. So if this is your mom, she just needs to have her 4 qualified active loyal customers and be commission qualified. And that is it. So sometimes I think we get caught up and we forget. You don't need to, if you're looking at your chart and you're wanting to go Ruby this month, and you've already gotten your loyal customers and you're feeling good, and you're signing some more loyal customers, and so we all know that you can place them. So just like you can place distributors on your chart. So like, let's say you sign this box right here, like you place this person under your mom to help her go executive. You can move people. You can do that within 24 hours. You can also place loyal customers within 24 hours. Don't place them under your mom if she's already got 4 loyal customers. place them down here. So that's the thing. Once you're getting further along in the month and you're starting to really look at your chart and where things are at, be smart. Start trying to, what I do on months when I'm promoting is I will print out my chart. I've printed out every month, but I'll go through, the people that are in the distributors in these boxes. I'll go into eSuite. I go to my tree viewer report, and you can see under, like under your mom, you can see what loyal customers are placed under her and what their order is and when their auto ship's going to run. So you can kind of forecast out what the volume is going to be. So if this person right here right now has 100 in volume, but they have 10 loyal customer orders that are set to run at 50 BV each, don't place a loyal customer under that person. Maybe you need to place it down here, or maybe you need to place it here. So just be really smart. Especially towards the end of the month, every BV counts, and you don't want to be wasting BV placing it under someone who doesn't need it. That box that doesn't need it, you need to be smart about where you're placing things. And if you have questions about it, reach out to your upline or your upline's upline or whoever you need to talk to make sure you're aware of what things are. But I highly encourage you, just, print your chart out and keep, I like to use the charts in eSuite as well. So if you haven't created a chart in eSuite, we can talk more about that later, but I love doing that because it updates in real time. It updates daily. Now you have to recreate it every month or copy it and recreate it, but it will update each day after auto ships run and tell you where volume is at. So you can really see your chart and where things are going, and if one side's getting heavier than the other, and who you need to help place under in order for you to promote. Any questions on that? Okay. Ruby is amazing. This is where you hit that, $400 to $500 a month, that sweet spot. And that is where I feel like you teach these 3 people on your top line how to go Ruby, and you're good. Like, you are going to have a booming chart because you're just going to teach everyone just to go Ruby. 5 people. That's all you need. Just teach your team. Go Ruby, go Ruby, go Ruby. And the way you do it is you complete your steps to success every month. You sign those 3 distributors, those 4 loyal customers, and you teach your team to do it. And everybody on your team is going to start promoting. And that's when things get really, really fun. So, okay, let's move on then. Let's go to Emerald. Okay. I feel like Emerald is the chart or the promotion that is so overlooked. We get to Ruby and we are just like, have our sights set on Diamond. We're just like Diamond, Diamond, Diamond. And we like skip over Emerald. But you guys, Emerald is like the first rank where you get a comma in your paycheck on average. So I mean, like, it's a big deal. So don't skip over Emerald. But all it is literally 2 rubies. So 2 people on your top line go Ruby. And they don't even have to be on your top line. So when I say this Ruby can really be anywhere in a leg. So like this is, you have 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 legs. That Ruby can be anywhere. So maybe you signed your sister, who signed her best friend, who signed her cousin, and that cousin goes Ruby. That's a Ruby for your leg. So it does not have to be on your top line. So don't ever feel like you have to build that top line box. If somebody is working and they're 3 levels down, but they have a ton of momentum and they might get to Ruby quicker than anybody else, go work with them, go mentor them, coach them, do calls, do a Zoom for their team, whatever you need to do, but it doesn't have to be your top line, So just keep that in mind, because it doesn't always happen that way. When it does, it's awesome, but it doesn't always happen that way. Okay, so any questions on Emerald? Okay. And then here it is, our diamond chart. And I know so many people get completely overwhelmed when they see this chart. Guys, there are 25 boxes on a diamond chart, but you are not responsible for filling all of those boxes. Okay, I like to take the mindset that I'm not going to rely on anybody else to build my chart. I'm not going to rely on anybody else. If I want to go diamond, I'm going to do what I need to do to get to diamond, but I'm not going to fill every one of those boxes. If I did that, that would not be a strong team. And I've done that, and I've been there, and I've lived it. So you guys, work with your workers. If you have people who want this, who are trying, who are signing people, who are consistent, go work with them. Go run with your runners. It's an emerald and a ruby. So a diamond altogether is 3 rubies. That's it. Find 3 people who really want $500 a month and go work with those 3 people. Everything else will fall into place. So, okay. And then here's the really cool thing about diamond. So when you go diamond, I know so many times we hear diamond is the license to print money. And I used to think, like, what in the world does that mean? Like, I have even no idea. Like, what's the big deal about diamond? I get it. Your volume's a lot higher. You have more people under you, So on average, diamond, to maintain diamond, is around 10,000 in group volume. So that's the average for diamond is around 10,000. And I thought, well, great. So now you're, okay, that gives you your 1,200, 1,500, 1,900 paycheck, whatever it is. But what's the big deal about diamond? So there are 2 new bonuses, payouts that come with diamond. The first one is your generational. So when you go diamond, you get your average, it's an average $1,900 a month. So you get your 10% on level 1 and 2, your 5% on level 3, 4, and 5, and then your 2% infinitely until you hit your next emerald. Okay, so that's the normal. That's like the same stuff you got at emerald. But when you go diamond, you get an extra 2% on your entire group volume. So if your group volume is at 10,000, you're going to get an extra $200 right off the top just for being a diamond. If you have a higher group volume and your group volume is at 20,000 at a diamond, you're going to get an extra $400. So it's pretty crazy just in generationals. But then, so Heather was talking about fast start bonuses, so we get these $100 fast starts, every time we sign a new team member and they get their 2 customers and they get fast start qualified, we get $100. Okay, but what happens when you go diamond? So you become a new generation, okay? So when you go diamond, your imprint goes on any new person that you sign. So I went diamond and I signed Heather, okay? I didn't, but it was just for this purpose. I signed Heather, okay? And so Heather now becomes diamond coded to me. And when Heather gets fast start qualified, I get my normal $100, but then when I get my commission check, it's going to show an extra $80 diamond bonus because she is diamond coded to me. But then Heather's a rock star and she goes out and she signs 5 distributors. So Heather signed 5 distributors. She gets $500 in fast starts. But what happens is, since Heather was diamond coded to me, everyone Heather signs is also diamond coded to me. And then I get 80, 80, 80, 80, 80 on my commissions check. So you get that $80 on every person who is diamond coded to you when they become fast start qualified. And that just builds once you go double, triple, and beyond. So, just think, like, in a month, if you had 10 people diamond coded to you that all got fast start qualified, and if you're signing your 3 and your 3 are signing their 3, that can happen very easily and very quickly. That's an extra $800 on your paycheck. Plus you had your $200 in your generational bonus with your at 10,000 in group volume. So your 2%. So that's $1,000 on top of all your normal commissions right there. And that is how diamond checks can add up so quickly. I know people who've had $4,000 and $5,000 diamond checks, and most of it has been from these diamond cab bonuses. So that's the big deal about diamond. Okay, I'm going to quit sharing unless anyone has a question on the diamond chart. No one? Okay. Let me stop sharing here. Oh, yes, Heather. Sorry. I didn't see your hand.
No, I just have a question about, not the chart, but about the diamond coating. So let's say that, so everyone I have signed up to going diamond they're diamond coded to my enroller.
They're diamond coded.
Say,
yeah, kind of to Allie. Actually, they're probably all coded to Allie still.
Okay. Well, my enroller is Erin, and she's a double diamond. So like anybody that I've signed up are coded to her.
I believe you signed up before Erin went diamond, so it doesn't backdate.
Okay, yeah. So that's my question. Like,
yeah.
It's from this point. As soon as I hit diamond, from that point forward, that's okay. That was my question.
So here's how it works for my team. Just this might help explain things better. So yeah. I joined Allie when she was a double diamond. So I am fully diamond and double diamond coded to Allie. Anyone that I signed or my team signed before I went diamond is all coded to Allie. So for your sake, for you and Lily and Lynn and like half the people on this call, you guys are you're under Erin, who's under my friend Angie. So Angie joined me 2 months before I went diamond. So she was not coded to me, so she was coded to Allie still. And then Erin joined, and Erin is coded until you go diamond. So when I went diamond, anyone I signed was diamond coded to me and double diamond coded to Allie. Okay? So when I went double diamond last year, everyone that I signed and from then forward was diamond and double diamond coded to me. So any new person that I've signed is not coded to Allie anymore.
Got it.
Does that make sense? So yes. It doesn't, and so this is going to blow your mind. Okay. So like way, 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 way up our upline is a woman called Carla Burns. And so you guys know Alex. Alex and I are sidelines. So she joined Allie before Allie was a diamond. And Allie joined Bonnie before Bonnie was double diamond. Okay. So up and down, up the chart, anyone like Alex is actually double diamond coded to Carla Burns. Okay. So crazy. And Carla has been in for over 10 years. I think she's been in for like 11 or 12 years. She went ambassador in 2014 after 7 years in. And Carla had triple diamond checks that were over 6 figures. And mostly because majority, I can't even say it, whatever, is from coding. It's from cap bonuses because she was just coded to so many people, and so that's the thing is like, once you hit diamond, you always have that coding there. So no matter what, and anyone you sign, I mean, like if you go diamond, double diamond, and you sign rockstar, and yeah, maybe they shoot up to diamond fast, but they sign 20 people, those 20 people are all diamond coded to you, and then those people signed their rock stars. They signed 20 people each. That's hundreds of people coded to you, so I mean, don't think about it in terms of just who you sign. Think about it in terms of like the potential of the person you sign could sign a rock star, and that rock star could all be coded to you. And that's when your checks can get thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars in CAB bonuses.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So, I mean, like to think about
That's
Carla
mind-blowing.
Burns, yeah, like her coding, I mean, she probably went double diamond 8 years ago. I mean, I guess at the time it was probably 5 years ago, whatever, when Alex went. But I mean, to still have new people coded to her. And it's all because, you know, you just sign, enroll. Those people enroll. You're just teaching your team to do the same thing over and over. So
that's cool.
Yeah. But so once you go diamond, you get your own coding, your own like genetic imprint on these people, and it lasts. So it doesn't matter. You're always going to have that on there. So that's, I think, the most exciting part about it.
Yeah. Like you just train people. I mean, you're like signing up somebody and training them correctly, you know, is like a lot of work, and it's worth it because you want everybody to be like trained 100, you know, percent, you know, so that's really cool.
Yeah. Yeah. And not to like skip too far ahead, but since, you know, I know you're on the cusp of diamond and people might be wondering this. So we talked about the 2% when you go diamond. You get 2% on your entire volume. Okay. The next month, you go double diamond. A double diamond just means you have a diamond and an emerald. That's a double diamond. That diamond on your team is the very first distributor you're ever enrolled. They're your personally enrolled best friend. Okay, you are double diamond and she is a diamond. At double diamond, you get your normal 2% on everything outside of your diamond leg. You get 4% on your diamond leg. So an average diamond is $10,000. 4%, you get $400 on that leg, and then you get 2% on everything outside of it. But if that diamond is your personally enrolled, you're going to get an extra 5%. So it's an extra $500. So if that diamond is personally enrolled to you, that's $900. And if you had 3 diamonds on your top line that all hit diamond and were all personally enrolled to you, and you were a double diamond, you get 9%, 9%, 9%. So I heard once someone, I think it was Denise Walsh or something, said, you want to increase your paycheck by $10,000, just personally enroll 10 new diamonds. I mean, easier said than done, right? But I mean, it's true. You know, like if you had 10 diamonds on your top line, and this is, you know, after you go ambassador and you're just placing whatever. But that's an extra 10 grand in your paycheck. So,
hey, I'd like to be coded to all the people I've trained in my retail career the last, 100 years. That's a lot of work. You train them and then they're like, well, and you're like, oh my gosh, I just spent months training you. You know what I mean? Like all this work I've done. And that's cool.
Yeah, I know. And that's the thing is, and I know it's frustrating because like we put a lot of time and effort into people in this business and then they quit, and it's so hard. But here's the thing is like, it's going to happen. It's normal. And you are just
it's business. It's just, it's business.
People leave all the time.
Like it. My old job, they used to think, oh, this is so glamorous. And I'm like, okay, right. Get in here and really do it. And then the hours and all the stuff they have to put up with, they're like, oh, forget this. I'm like,
on your feet.
Real glamorous. So no, it's just, I know it's business. It's people don't always get it or whatever.
But like you're becoming a better trainer. You're getting a lot of practice training. And you know what I mean? Like that's the thing is like, that's how I try to see it is like, well, I am getting better at knowing what to say and someone quicker.
Absolutely. And learning, there's all kinds of little like stuff. I mean, like it's a constant learning curve, but that keeps it like really exciting. Absolutely.
Yes.
I mean, I wouldn't trade it for like 100. This is the easiest thing I've ever done. Like some people are like, oh my gosh, it's so, and I'm like, no, really, it's not. It's very repetitious. It's very repetitive. Practice makes perfect, and you just kind of learn more and do more things and that layers and just like take it a little bit at a time. It's like an onion. You're just peeling it back, and it's just like just take your time with it. But seriously, it's like the easiest thing ever.
It's
And we
so
network
simple.
market, like, since we're kids. My son, every time I go to the store, I need a car. And he tells me why he needs it. I'm like, quit networking me, okay? And tell everybody else about it, okay?
Yeah.
I'm like, we network forever.
I know.
Cool.
I know. It's so simple, and it's just a matter of opening our mouths. You know, that's all it is. It's just talking to people and messaging people and adding to our networks, and that's it.
That's it.
And the potential of what you can make from this, for as easy as it is just incredible. And you know, I just sit here and I think we have only been around for 16 years. Only been around for 16 years, you guys. Like we are racing to get to our promotions, to hit the top of this company, and then we're going to get there, and we're just going to keep building and building and building and building for 30 more years. Like that gives me goosebumps, because I'm like, we have no idea what is in store and what is ahead. So, you know, I mean, work hard now. So what if you're losing 2 hours of sleep a night? Who cares? You know how much worth it it's going to be in 5 years? Like, it's going to be so worth it.
I am talking about. Absolutely. My little nephew's like, so, are you going to be like a double black diamond? I'm like, you know, that's not a rank yet, but it
will be.
Could be in the years to come. You know what I mean? Like, he like talks about it at school. He said, like, well, this kid that I go to school with, he said his mom is a black diamond. And I said, well, I go, and they live here? He goes, yeah. I go, I don't think so, dude. I go, not here. I said, but she might be a diamond of some sort, but probably not black.
Yeah.
And, I just think it's so cute, you know, because he talks about it, and he likes to do the dream work with me, and he's all like, oh, we can do that, you know. So it's really cute.
And it's cool that they're watching you, you know, like I just think it's awesome that they see, like, my kids now are getting old enough, at least my oldest son, you know, and he's like, oh, mommy's working, like, oh, this is mommy's work stuff, you know. And but I got like, there are people in this business who've hit well over $250,000 a month checks.
Wow.
A month. Okay.
I know, it blows my mind.
I know. I mean, and I think, and they've only been in for 7 years, the Duns. They've only been in for like 7 or 8 years, and they can do it. Like, why can't we do it? You know,
Yeah,
I'd be happy with half of that, but why not go for more?
I know, just sharing. That's it. I mean, that's what I tell people all the time. Like, you just share that purse, you know, like, like it's just all we're doing. It's very simple. And I think sometimes we overcomplicate it, and it's like, no, I mean, like, it's so simple. It took me a minute to get it, because I'm used to like sales and whatever, that's all I've done, and then to like convert my mind into this, like jump out of the matrix, so to speak, and then this and be like, okay, wait a minute. Okay, hold on. Like, I did a lot of personal evaluating, looking at myself, seeing what I was doing, and self-development. Anyway.
Yeah, self-development is
it's
key.
Just huge.
Huge. You know what? I mean, like I say all the time, it took me 8 months to go Ruby. It took me 14 months to go Diamond. I don't care that I didn't hit it fast, because I learned a ton. I figured out like how to get out of my shell.
Yeah, you know? That's my story. Yeah.
You know, I mean, and who cares? When you look back and you're an ambassador, are you really going to care that it took you 2 years to go Diamond? No. I think it was Tina Beer said it took her 2 years to go Diamond. She was one of the first ambassadors, and she's like, I needed that time. I needed to figure out what I was doing and wrap my head around how to do this in my own way, because we get in our heads, and that's what it is. And you know what? I could care less. I mean, would I have loved to have gone Diamond in 2 months? Yeah, but I wouldn't have known how to do it. I wouldn't have known personally, like, how to lead a team, or what to say, or how to sign all those people, how to train all those people. Like, so we all are on our own path. And I love that at conference, I think it was maybe Alyssa Billiou or somebody, because there's quite a few ambassadors who are bloggers. Okay. And they've been blogging for years, and they're like, listen, we have, 20,000 Instagram followers. And it's because we've taken years and years and years to build it. Oh, and Ashley Sinclair, she's the one that was saying she had a clothing boutique back in Texas in her hometown. She had it for 7 years before she started It Works. And she's like, I had to network my butt off. I had to go to events. I had to hand out cards. I had to advertise. I had to get to places and build my network. And I took 7 years to do it. And then when she joined It Works, she hit ambassador in 7 months. But it's because she had all that time building her network prior to joining. If we don't have networks, I didn't have a network, just my high school, whatever. We have to realize that we have to build our network, and it's going to take time. So we're promoting while we're building, and that's fine. If you come in with 20,000 followers on Instagram and you have built that network already and they trust you, you might promote really fast, but if you don't have that,
didn't just pop up.
Yeah,
yeah.
Cool, but we don't all have that, and that's okay. And what I love about this is we can all get there. It doesn't matter. So, okay, we're almost at an hour now. I didn't plan to go this long. We got the family call coming up here. So, if there's any other questions, feel free to ask now. Okay, you guys, I am pumped for all of you. If you have any charting questions, please let me know. I know it can be confusing, and I know it's sometimes a guessing game because you don't know always, where to place and who's going to take off, but it's all going to work out how it's supposed to work out. And let's just, everybody just stay excited, get your teams excited, make sure they all know about these bonuses going on. They're all shooting for their promotions. And yeah, I'm just really pumped for everybody.
Me too.
Yay. I cannot wait to see all these promotions coming. Like, I had a dream 2 nights ago. I told my husband, I'm like, oh my gosh, I was just dreaming about all those people on my team winning $10,000. Like, it's so fun when you get to see your team hit them. It's fun when
everybody's close and you're like, oh my gosh, if we all just do a little piece of the pie, it all comes together. So like this big, huge, overwhelming thing, if everybody just takes a little piece of the pie and gets it all done, then it just ripple effects, and it's just pretty sweet.
Yeah. So just do me a favor. If you guys are getting close, just keep updating me, because I like to know. I don't always hear from everyone, but I really like to know how close you are and when you're planning to hit, because I just get excited. But obviously, any questions, let me know. Keep me updated. And I'm just cheering everybody on. Let's just work. Just get it done. Like, I'm ready to work. I
was up at 4:30 yesterday. I woke up. I was like, man, I'm awake. If I lay here, I'm just going to feel tired all day long. So I just got up and I went to town on Instagram, because you never know, where those people are, if they're going to be getting a ding or not. So I just went to town on Instagram and was going like crazy. And then I started getting messages throughout the day. So yeah, that's
awesome.
Hey, I sleep when I'm dead. I'll just have a dose of greens, extra dose, and good.
Awesome. Oh, love it. I love it. Yay. Well, thank you guys for getting on and
answering those questions too.
Yeah, hopefully this was helpful. Like I said, always here, but hopefully this helped, and you guys have a great night. And I will get this uploaded and I will post it so you guys can share it with anybody else who missed it. So
awesome.
Awesome. Thank you guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Good luck, everybody. Bye.